Hello everyone, this is Deepa and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll learn about type modifiers in C++. Before that, we will revise the topic primitive built-in data type. Here is the list of built-in data type and there are total 6 data types available in the C++. That is a boolean, character, integer, floating point, double and void. The respective keywords, size and descriptions are given over here and we have discussed in the previous video as well. If you are not watched that video, I request you please go and watch that video first so you will understand this topic in a better way. Now let's take one example of data types and through which we will try to understand why we need type modifiers. I have declared and initialized three variables, that is first variable is a grade and data type is character and we have stored the value A, and second one is roll number, type of integer, and max students is a third variable which is again of a type integer and we have assigned the values. Let's print these values, save this program and run it. So we can see the values which we have assigned are displayed on the terminal with the help of cout statement. Now we know that the data type integer takes 4 bytes of memory space and the range is given here. So within this range only we can store the values into the integer data type, and beyond this we will not be able to store the values. So this is clear to you, right? So we'll try to assign this value to that variable and check whether that value is stored properly or not. So max students will assign this value and we'll try to print this value. Yes, and we can see the result is proper. The roll number is 101, grade is A, and max students is the value which we have assigned is displayed here properly, right? This value is basically the range of a integer data type, and if I try to change this value, means I want to store the value beyond this range, right? Instead of 47 at the end we'll write 88. Now run this program and check the values. After the execution, now you can see the max students value is a value which is negative and something different than the value which we have assigned to that variable, and this is because we have assigned a value to this particular integer variable which is out of the range and it will not accept that value in that variable. Now if the value we have assigned to this variable is out of range, that is okay, but what if I want to use this value in my calculations or the value which is greater than this into my calculations, then what will be the data type we can use? So for this we can use the type modifiers. Type modifier will allow you to increase the size of a memory from 4 bytes to till 8 bytes, and it will allow you to store the value which is beyond the range of typical integer data type, or it helps to reduce the memory size if the data is less. Now let's understand type modifiers in C++. So here is the list of type modifiers. First one is signed. Signed modifier, it allow you to store positive and negative values, means either positive either negative. In the unsigned, if you are sure the value is positive only, then only you can use this unsigned. Short means it modifies the data type to use the less memory space. If the value is very small, then better you use short, so it will reduce the memory space from 4 bytes to 2 bytes. Now long modifies the type to use more memory to increase the memory and range. The important note for long modifier is that if your system is Windows 64-bit operating system, then long is of 4 bytes, and if your system is Linux 64 bits, then the long is of 8 bytes, and my system is Windows 64 bits, and due to this long will reserve 4 bytes of memory space on my machine. So long will be different for the different machines. Long, it's even larger than the integer type. Long double is basically used for the double data type if you want to increase the precision than the double. This type modifiers are basically used for character, int and double data type only. Here is the list of type modifiers for integer data type, and we have already discussed about what is meant by signed, unsigned, short, long, long, long. There are three modifiers for short, signed short int, unsigned short int. So these all are used to store the values which are smaller and fall within this particular range. So short and signed short int both are used to store the positive and negative values, and the functionality is similar. Unsigned, if you are sure that the value is positive only and falls within this range 0 to 65535, and you can see the range of unsigned short int is double the range of signed short int or short int. Similarly, int, signed int, unsigned int behaves, and rest of the modifiers also behaves. You can check the range and you can pick up the keyword for the modifiers and just use that. Now let's come back to our example where we were not able to save this value into this variable because this was out of range of the integer data type. Now what we can do is, we know that this value is positive only. So can we write here unsigned? Now we'll come to the roll number. The value of a roll number is very small. So instead of using int, we can use short, which will help us to save the memory of 2 bytes. Now we'll try to run this program and check the values. Yes, we are able to save these values. And instead of writing this unsigned int, if you move your cursor on this particular value, it's showing long long. So instead of this, we can use long long as well. But the memory space we need for long long is 8 bytes. So if you are sure the value is positive, just go for unsigned int. Otherwise you can use long long. Just run this program and check the value. Yes, we are able to save, but we have consumed 8 byte of memory space. So depending upon your requirements, just go ahead and use the modifiers. So I have explained you few of the modifiers, and rest you try on your own. There are three type modifiers for the data type character. First one is char, second one is unsigned char, and third one is signed char. So basically signed char and char have the similar functionalities and the range for both is similar. The different is only unsigned character, and its range is double the range of character or signed characters. So basically when we will use unsigned character is, if you want to store the value of an image in the pixel, you can use it, and if you are performing any operations on ASCII characters, better you can use unsigned characters. If you want to perform bitwise operations, you can use unsigned character, means reading or writing the data into the file or network buffering. When to use unsigned character instead of integer, this is very interesting. So if the value is very small and within in this range 0 to 255, always better to use unsigned character instead of integer. So it will save your 3 bytes of memory. For example, you have thousands of values or lakhs of values, and those are within in this particular range 0 to 255. So imagine how much memory you will be saving. And whenever you want to use a binary data, it's always better to use unsigned characters. So I will show you one example how we can save the integer value into the character data type and how we can use that. For example, grade is a data type character. We can use here unsigned char, grade is equals to 100. You need to convert this value of a character into integer type, and this will help you to give the accurate result. Yes, the grade is 100. Otherwise, if you remove this, it will consider this as an ASCII value. See here, grade is small d. So this is all about unsigned character or character modifier. There are two type modifier for double data type, and that is double and long double. The data size is 8 and 12 bytes. The range is given over here, and the difference in the ranges is the first one double takes 15 decimal places and long double takes 19 decimal space. Please explore this topic. I hope this is clear to you, and if you have any query, let me know. I will help you out. If you like this video, please subscribe it and share with your friends, and next video will be about tokens in C++, and till then you'll explore these topics and keep coding. Thank you.